I'm Maui Goomba, your coach of the Binghamton Toracats, ready to bring you Week 2 of the Hoenn Draft League. This week we're versus Bulbs and the Bulbahampton Wanderers, looking to make it 2-0 on the season. And let's just take a look at what he's bringing first off. He has a potential team of these 11 of Dracovish, Excadrill, Hippowdon, Politoed, Skarmory, Vileplume, Heliolisk, Ninetales, Mega Audino, Blastoise, and Houndoom. He's rocking Triple Weather. This was incredibly annoying to prep for. Triple Weather, like, who runs that? Honestly, I've faced it once before, but it's such a weird thing to run, but honestly, it's kind of cracked, and I love the idea, and if he can make it work, it'll be great, and I'm really hoping he doesn't make it work versus us. But anyway, let's look at the starting 6 I'm bringing for this week. Starting off first, we have Amelia the Kyurem, rocking Choice Scarf, Freeze Dry, Earth Power, Focus Blast, and Toxic. Draco Meteor just doesn't have a spot. Like, a Dragon-type move isn't the most necessary thing in the world on this set, to be honest with you. So I just ran with the Scarf to Toxic set because it made more sense in my opinion. Earth Power hits Excadrill, Neutral on Vileplume, hits Heliolisk, Ninetales, Houndoom. Freeze Dry obviously is for Dracovish. The Scarf is to outspeed a Scarfed variant Excadrill, because Mold Breaker Excadrill kinda wrecks my shit. I'm gonna be honest. This team has, the prevention on this team is Magic Bounce, and then I have quite a few Levitate mons that just don't want to take an Earthquake from Excadrill. So, I really hope he doesn't. I hope he brings Sandrush, but there's almost no chance. I'm so in my head that this is that he's gonna bring Mold Breaker, and honestly, for good reason. Mold Breaker will absolutely demolish this team. Next up, we have Gluttony, the Lickitung, rocking Eviolite, Knockoff, Wish, Toxic, Protect. Little Stally, he's got Triple Weather. I want to bring Cloud9 versus him. I needed a knockoff Pokemon also, and he fits up that role pretty well. Pretty solid F-tier Pokemon to be bringing. I feel like Knockoff's the only move that's necessary on him, and then the other 3 moves are just Chip with the Toxic, Wish, Stalling. This thing, he doesn't have Stab fighting type moves either. Like, his team does not have a fighting type Pokemon, which helps the case for bringing Gluttony even more, in my opinion. Next up, we're bringing Backdraft again. Rockin' Rocky Helmet, Levitate, Toxic, Thunderbolt, Pain Split, Will-Wisp. Pretty similar set. Hydro Pump doesn't have as much of a spot on this because he's got quite a few Water Absorbs. Granted, he also has quite a few Ground types to absorb the Thunderbolt, but if I could get a Toxic or a Willow off on like anything on his team, that'll be great. If it can't be Willowed, it can be Toxic, and if it can't be Toxic, it can be Willowed. And Dracovish is pretty scary. I believe even with this set, a Banded Dracovish still probably or 2-hit KOs. Yeah, it's still a 2-hit KO, even probably through Burn at that point. Hold on, so it's doing like 60 to 70. Yeah, it's a 2-hit KO even once he's burned. Thankfully, if he's banded, we go out to Suyu Asui, the Toxic Rogue, making her 2nd appearance already in the season. Rocking Bulk Up, Sub, Drain Punch, Ice Punch. The whole entire point of this Pokemon is to come out and into a Vicious Rend and either set up a Sub or a Bulk Up and go to work Drain Punching pretty much everything on his team outside of Vileplume. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. The Croak actually could put in a lot of work here too, if I can get that. If I can set up that situation where it's in front of, where I'm switching into a Vicious Rend, which ideally would be tanking one on Backdraft, Will-O-Wisping that same turn, and then switching to Croak, assuming I calc that he's banded. Next up, we have Alphonse Elric, the Bronzong, rocking Leftovers, Stealth Rock, Iron Defense, Body Press, Iron Head. I memean, this set's just kind of good at walling his team, more or less. Outside of, like, Houndoom and Ninetales, which probably could come. I think it's likely they could come, but I'm not positive. And then Lady Kaguya, the Mega Diancie, I can Calm Mind sub, Draining Kiss, Mystical Fire with only speed and HP. I'm really relying on Calm Mind to get the special attack up. I mean, it's still 359 even with just 12. But yeah, Draining Kiss hits anything not steel, Mystical Fire hits the steel. Alright, well, and Vile Plume. Fire types can kind of wall it. Like, Ninetales could probably wall it a bit. But Ninetales can't do too much back to me, I don't think. This is kind of a late game Excadrill's out of the way set. Excadrill and Dracovish are both gone, and I can probably bring it out on something. Anyway, I will get back to you guys shortly once the battle begins. Yeah, here's hoping he doesn't bring Mold Breaker Excadrill. Alright, hello everyone. We're back for the battle, and looking at his team, he did not bring... Wow, he didn't bring Excadrill. I'm gonna lead... I think his lead's Hippowdon here. I'm gonna lead, Bronzong. I think Bronzong, I could set up an Iron Defense. Alright, hold on. I wanna see what Hippowdon can get. He probably gets Crunch. But, like, what are the odds he actually runs that? Maybe I can go... Nah, he hits Earthquake if I go Diancie. Oh, I'm waiting on him to pick his lead. Honestly, if I can get an Iron Defense up, I mean, what's my I can't really break the Vile Plume, but if I get one Iron Defense up, I can put a hole through his team. I went with Iron Head on... I went with Iron Head on Bronzong over, like, Gyro Ball because it's Audino. It's Mega Audino, which is fairly slow anyway. And also heavy, so I don't think Heavy Slam would have done anything either. Let's just see. Where's Bronzong? How much is, like, a +2 even doing to this? 31. How's a +4? At +6? I'm finally 2 at KOing. Iron Head doesn't even do anything either. Alright, I want to hit Iron Defense. I'll let him get Rocks up. That's fine. Alright, let's just see Dracovish, like, Choice Band. It's doing, like, nothing. I'm gonna put up another one. He didn't bring Excadrill. Excadrill was the scariest Pokemon on his team for sure. Actually, I have to hit Body Press in case he goes out to Houndoom. Regardless of how much this does to Hippowdon, I have to hit that. I have to hit Body Press on whatever comes in. If it's Audino, I think it just dies. If it's Vile Plume, I don't think Vileplume really cares. I mean, yeah, but... And Vileplume can... maybe do stuff back? I could probably set up on it unless it's got Sleep Powder. We'll see what he wants to do, because I don't think this thing can touch me. I'm pretty obviously Levitate if I'm gonna set up in front of Hippowdon, which is fine. Like, Houndoom is a good play here. It's a good revenge killer. I don't think he can hard switch to it. Because if he hard switches into a body press, he just loses his Houndoom for free. Also, fun fact, in my mistakes for the tiering, I forgot to add Houndoom to a tier, so he got Houndoom at an F tier's cost. I'm like, yeah, Houndoom's not amazing, but they're definitely better. Alright, there's definitely worse Pokemon. It's not an F tier. It's not 20 points. I think his play has to be Vileplume. Alright, I'm gonna hit Body Press again. Alright, and that's Blastoise gone. He revenges with Houndoom. He just switches to Houndoom here and forces me out. I can't stay on that. Alright, just out of curiosity, because this is the right play. It's not killing. I'm gonna hit Body Press. Okay, he took me down in a different way. Okay. Okay, Bulbs. I see you. I was worried about Nasty Plot. I remembered it got Nasty Plot. I don't want him to just set up on me. I mean, I think I just go out to Lickitung here. I'm gonna go out to Lickitung, see what happens. I want to knock something off. Kyurem. How much damage is Kyurem doing to a Hippowdon? Versus how much is it doing back? It almost seems like Kyurem might be the play. Ooh, but I can get rid of the sand and then Alright, we're gonna go out to Kyurem, I think. I'm not sure. It's a good start. I would have liked to keep Bronzong. He was living one, if you saw the like, if you looked at the calc, he was living a Dark Pulse, and I know it would drop it. Destiny Bond was not what I'd expected at all. Period. How is Mega Diancie? Mega Diancie is getting kind of wrecked by it. Okay. I think his switch has to be. He has to go out to Vish here, I think. I'm gonna Toxic this. Kind of wish I had gone out to not Kyurem, but I can Toxic anything. He's gonna knock off. So he's gonna get a little bit of chip from the Rocky Helmet. I mean, what can Mega Audino realistically do to me? Almost nothing. Except that. Alright. I'm gonna Calm Mind. I probably just threw a little bit. I'm gonna Calm Mind. He's gonna go out to Vileplume. I mean, I'm only doing how much at +1? I'm not doing enough. If he just stays in. I don't think I want to keep Diancie out now. I wish this had heal bell now. How are we doing versus Vile Plume? Mystical Fire is not killing. Sludge Bomb's not. Alright, we're gonna hit it with a Mystical Fire. We're gonna... We're gonna go out to Kirim here, I think. I think switching out to Kirim here is a good play. Oh. Alright. I think going out Kirim here is the right play because then he can't live. He's not gonna click, yeah, no, there's no way. We go out to Kirim 1000% here. I mean, this thing... I'm trying to figure it out. I don't need this thing to win. I don't need Mega Diancie to win this. I need Kirim. I'm gonna hit Mystical Fire. I'm gonna hit Mystical Fire. Is that the wrong play, though? Draining Kiss isn't killing unless I crit, and then if he... And then he gets a kill. I'm just gonna Mystical Fire. Alright, that's fine. How much is Draining Kiss doing? Alright, we're gonna Draining Kiss it. We might hit Protect, actually. Alright, we're gonna Draining Kiss it. Alright, how's it doing to Toxicroak? No, that's not Toxicroak. It's doing nothing to Croak. We're gonna hit sub. Powdon. We're gonna wish. And Kirim should just win once Sand is down. Even if this thing's faster than Dracovish unless it's Sand Rush. Actually, let me... Kirim, Dracovish... Choice Band, Sand Rush. Nope. Sand Rush in the sand. It is faster. Lickitung's actually putting in a decent amount of work. How much is this doing? Right, we're gonna protect. We're gonna go out to Rotom here. We're gonna go with Rotom, I think. I want to knock off, just in case. Alright, he hits Outrage. Alright. It was Lumberry. Okay. Well, how much damage is that? Alright, so he's not that. I mean, I can't actually tell. Rotom should be fine. I'm gonna Willow him. He's confused. I'm gonna Pain Split. We're gonna hit Freeze Dry. And we win. Cool. Alright, we're 2-0. This was a tougher battle, honestly. Bulbs played really well. I was terrified of Excadrill. Holy cow. Excadrill did not coming. Just really felt like I couldn't lose this. I'm really glad I didn't end up losing it after that. Props to my opponent, Bulbs. I love battling you every time. They're always great battles. This was not even close to an exception. I look forward to seeing your season because your team looks like a lot of fun to play. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. I believe we face Fade and the Celtic Stuffles in Week 3.